keeping our work in progress, our WIP, to a bare minimum, a very low threshold. You have a certain amount of work in progress that you can allow, and then nothing else can be started until those things are finished.
If you're thinking about starting a pressure washing business, but you want to learn more about the equipment, mixing chemicals, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, and much, much more, check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description.
If you've ever ignored a no soliciting sign at the entrance to a subdivision, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Cody from Southeast Soft Wash here. I wanted to talk to you about something today, real brief. And you've probably got too much of this, probably. If you're like me, you have to watch this. And what I'm talking about is WIP. You saw the title. You've probably got too much WIP. Now, what is WIP, you ask? Glad you asked, I'll tell you. WIP stands for Work in Progress. Work in progress. Are you the type of guy who's got a honey-do list at home of a whole bunch of projects that you've started and gotten to about 95% completed, and then you stop and move on to the next project? Guilty. I've got a bunch of stuff like that at home, and that bleeds over into my work life as well. That bleeds over into things I'm trying to do for my business, things I'm trying to do in the company. If I'm not on top of it, I'll wind up having 17 irons in the fire, and like I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm getting none of them to completed. So back in the days when I worked in corporate America, worked for different companies, they would bring in some of these Japanese manufacturing principles and some of these Six Sigma and lean manufacturing, Kanban, Kaizen, if you know what those terms mean. Usually you can apply those to manufacturing. Well, that's kind of what we're in now, and so I try to put some of those principles in place. And one of the big ones that I have in the shop that keeps us on target is keeping our work in progress, our WIP, to a bare minimum, a very low threshold. You have a certain amount of work in progress that you can allow, and then nothing else can be started until those things are finished. And it sounds very simple and very, intuitive that you would do that, but it won't happen. You'll get sidetracked. You'll start something, and then you'll get pulled. Your attention will get pulled over here, and you'll start up working on this, and you'll get pulled over here, and you'll start working on this. Now, theoretically, it wouldn't matter. Everything would get done either way you did it, but it's actually much better to start something, and let's say it's a skid or a trailer for us, right? Well, what'll happen is we'll be working on a trailer, and we'll need a part. Maybe just something as simple as a barb or a filter. Some of those bigger 1-inch barbs and things, we usually don't keep a lot of them in the shop. So we're like, hey, we'll go to the store at lunch, hardware store, and we'll get this, that, or the other. Well, in the meantime, we'll start another skid or something else, and we'll get some progress on that. Now, it looks like you're hey, at least I'm making progress, right? At least I'm getting something done. Not really, because what happens is by Wednesday or Thursday of that week, you've got tools strode all over the place. Your mind is trying to think about 4 or 5 different projects, and nothing is actually checked off. It's one reason that Dave Ramsey's financial methods work so well. Could you lay all your bills out and shotgun it, right? You just put a little bit of money towards them all each month and pay them off. Yeah, that'll work, but what actually works better, and it's better for the human psyche, is to pick the little one and kill it, and then pick the next biggest one up and focus all your energy on it and kill that one, and then pick the next biggest thing up. No matter if it's finances or work or whatever it is in your life, pick a thing and then knock that off, because mentally what happens is when you get to put a big green check mark there, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and gratification. And for me, the biggest thing it does is I can get that out of my mind. I don't have to put any mental energy on that anymore, and I can move to the next thing. A lot of times, guys, we are multitasking in our business, and so this may be hard for you to do in the wash world where your phone's ringing all the time. My GPS is talking to me. But if you can, put systems in place that will automate that process for you so that you are able to focus during the daytime just on washing what you're out there working on, right? Do your jobs, do your roof cleanings, do your house washes, and then like maybe it's 2:30 you stop and you answer phone calls and emails, you return calls, and then at 3:30 you're back to working, or whatever that looks like for you. Work in progress. Keep it to a bare minimum. Hope you guys have a great Thursday. Got some dudes coming tomorrow to get some equipment. Got a whole bunch of guys coming next Friday to get some stuff. I've got my prototype skid on the back. The Max series of skids is about to be launched. So if you guys are interested in getting one of those, give us a call. You can actually order them now. So I've got that one built out, and I've got 4 more frames at the shop ready to be built out. So really nice. We'll do a walk around of that probably tomorrow once I get it completed. Let you guys kind of see what the deal is with that. I'm super excited about that. That's been in the works for over a year, so very cool. It's going to be a big deal for us. Hope you guys have a great week, and we'll check in with you later. See ya.